and I mean always, be something you're doing wrong. It's inevitable. You're not this. You're not enough of that. You're not like him. You're not like her. Always something, bruh. You feel me? If we just take the time to look at the things we have and not look at the other person around us, we would come to find out, yo, God is so good. Jesus is so good. God has blessed me with more than enough. What am I looking at my neighbor and looking at what he or she has, comparing my life to he or she, and saying, oh, I wish I was dumb, when God is giving you so much, giving you so much. Some could say too much, man. I could say too much, because God has blessed me tremendously. He blessed me with a family. He blessed me with a mind. He blessed me with a body. He blessed me with grit, strength, courage, determination. He blessed me, ooh-wee, too many things to count off. But I don't think it's about how many times you can count your blessings. I think it's just understanding, going through life and not taking it for granted. Not taking your days and seeing it as, of course I'm gonna wake up, and thinking in that expectancy. We shouldn't expect nothing, especially nothing from God. I don't know how people expect things from God. I can't really expect nothing from God. You feel me? I don't deserve nothing. First off, just 'cause, you feel me? I'm gonna sit here, do do the will of God. I'm gonna sit here, spread the gospel. I'm gonna sit here, live for God, try and live as perfectly as I can. Obviously not. I'm gonna mess up because I ain't perfect, but I'm gonna do it in my own way, and I'm gonna try and live a carefree life. Try to keep my peace. That's becoming very important to me. Keeping my peace, staying on my P's and Q's, making sure the people around me are taken care of. Becoming a family man. It's weird, but this this need to take care is becoming very, it's growing. It's like it's like a disease, but it's not a disease. It's just spreading through my body. This feeling of I gotta take care, I gotta protect, provide. Maybe this is masculinity. I don't know. Maybe I'm growing into myself. I don't know. Who knows? But all I do know is that I'm walking with the Most High. And right now, I'm in a grace period. Right now, I'm in a season of waiting. Right now, I'm in a season of stillness. Thank God for that. Glory be to God. Glory be to God for that. See, now I can stay in my stillness and be depressed because I'm stagnant. That's why I was depressed. I was stagnant after going for so long. In Orlando, I was always going, always doing stuff. I was moving, and I thought I was the man for that. I thought since I was doing stuff every day, okay, I'm the man, But all that moving around, all that action I was taking, it it it's it led to good fruits being bared. But what I forgot to do, and the most important thing to do, was grow my relationship with the Most High. I sat there, or I was in Orlando doing all the things like working out every day consistently, reading my Bible consistently, studying consistently, going to tutoring sessions, right? Eating well, going to work, and cleaning up my house consistently. Had a little social life, playing basketball. I had hobbies. I had this trail that I'll go to. It was real like peaceful, so I really had some time to just zone out and really stress release. And in the midst of all that, I thought I was doing something. I thought I had built a lifestyle that was sustainable and I was really good. But in the midst of that, I forgot God. I was doing so much, but I had forgot God. I forgot to really build my relationship with Jesus. And I was still going to church. So it wasn't like I completely forgot about God. It was just like the relationship part of it. I was doing the religious part of it. I wasn't doing the relationship. So of course, I got depressed. Of course, I was in that feeling. I was, because I didn't know the love of God, because I was doing the religious part of it. I saw God as the deity instead of my father. I saw God as the warden instead of my father. When you start to see him as your father, not this person with a stick telling you to do all the things on this board. Not somebody with a belt. I know a lot of black kids, bro. We got like, maybe trauma. I don't even know if I want to call it trauma. It's just, but it's normal for the black community for our parents to spank us if we did something wrong. That's disciplinary, right? So I think I saw God like, is that like figure that would spank you if you did something wrong. God won't spank you if you do something wrong. God understands through this thing we call life, you gonna get spankings regardless. But it's not because you did something wrong, and it's not because you did something right. It's just because you need to be strong. So I'm gonna just give you a spanking because I know you can handle it. Which sounds even worse, to be honest. But hey, if I know the spanking's coming, and if the spanking is to genuinely get me stronger, I'm gonna take it I'm gonna take it like a man, like I'm gonna take it like a champ. I'm not gonna sit here and moan and complain that I got spanked, even though I did something good. Like God, I just prayed to you. Why did I lose my job? Like, like God was sitting here like, regardless if you prayed to me, you would have lost your job. It don't matter. And that's when you gotta understand God's sovereignty. There are certain things that's going to happen to you, regardless of if you prayed for it, regardless of if you did something bad, did something good. Now you can sow good seeds. That's the thing. But God's sovereignty, God's sovereignty, expands over all that, exceeds all that, exceeds all the things that you can do today to change your future. God has the last say in that. Every time I press record, by the end of this video, God has the last say in who watches this. God has the last say in whoever likes this. God has the last say in whoever subscribes. And God definitely has the last say if I wake up tomorrow to do another vid. You feel me? So it's all about understanding God's sovereignty and submitting to it. Because if you got a mind like mine, if you have a mind like mine, then I would understand if you like to control things. See, I'm a chronic overthinker. I like to think about things before they happen. I like to know when it's gonna happen, where it's gonna happen, how it's gonna happen, who it's gonna happen with. Feel me? How it's gonna be beneficial to the both of us. How am I gonna get something out of it? How you gonna get something out of it? How we gonna both, and just find a little in between the details, all that extra stuff. But God, with God, I ain't gotta worry about a thing. With God, I ain't gotta stress about nothing. He got me. I don't have to worry about a thing. Every day when I wake up, I just gotta make sure I pray, make sure I plan my day with him, make sure I'm talking to Jesus, and make sure I'm living for God and making sure I'm treating people right. Those are the things I really gotta do every day. And obviously, if I wanna get my business off the ground one day, obviously I gotta put some time and energy into those things in my day. But if you a regular person doing regular things and you love God, what well, you're not gonna be a regular person after that, but I'm just saying it's not that it's what I'm trying to get at is it's not that hard. It's not like something that is super difficult. Once you become aware of the things you're doing wrong. In my case, I didn't grow my relationship with Jesus. I saw him as this strict being instead of the loving father that he is. And, no amount of reading the Bible got me to that answer. It was only when I went through the depression. It was only when I went through the storm. It was only when I went through it that I found myself on the other side clinging to Jesus. I don't want you to cling to Jesus. I want you to hold on to him right now while he's right next to you before you get in that storm, before you think you're alone. I never want to have what I had. I never want to feel the way I felt again. I felt alone. I felt like Jesus was a fraud. I felt like I was a fraud. Nah, I wasn't. I was just ignorant. I just had a misunderstanding. I was just unaware of the things that I am now aware of. And what I was unaware of was his love. Truly, he loves you. Once you understand that love, it's gonna be pretty hard not to receive it. Cause boy, I'm baffled by how much he loves us. It's hard not to receive it. It's hard to sit there and say, dang, Jesus did that for us. Jesus died on that cross for us. I couldn't die on the cross for for every person who sins, who every person who will sin, has sinned, and is sinning. That's a lot of people. And he died for them all. That's a lot of responsibility. I can't do that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't want to be drafted to do that. But Jesus said, I'm your man. You feel me? The way he took it for us. And that's just how much he, and out of love. There's nothing that could drive you further than love. Drive you to do something that actually insane. Love. Man, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Now I get to experience and live out his love every single day. God willing, of course. But every single day that I'm alive, I can be an expression of his love. I can be an expression of divinity itself. You can be an expression of divinity as long as you accept that love that he gave you on that cross that day. And you accept that you shall no longer live in ignorance. You shall not be unaware of the things, of the dark forces in our world that keep you trapped and keep you locked in these paradigms. Just remember, if it ain't about Jesus, it ain't leading you to the truth. Remember, always remember this. Stay up, big dog. Stay up.